Hi everyone, in today's video I'm gonna be installing a gutter on my pergola all that way. That's 6 meters long, and what I'm gonna do first is put one brackets there and one on that side, and then I'm gonna go give a fall from there slightly that way, 6 meters long. So I'm gonna drop it about, this will be about 10 millimeter lower than the other side, because I want my water to come that way, the downpipe. So first I need to make sure this timber and that timber there, they're perfectly straight, which mine is. When I get the spirit level and I position it on top on here, that way you can see he is spot on. And the other side is the same. There. And this is spot on as well. Right, like I said, I want this side here to be my highest point, so I'm gonna install my bracket for the gutter as high as I can go, so this is nicely inside the gutter. All the water will be dripping down. So once I install it, I'm gonna go ahead, and my timber, as I said, it's straight. I'm gonna measure from here about the timber, in level with the timber, to the hinge, where the bottom of the hinge is. So basically I position the combination square underneath the timber, and that way I measure my hinge. It's kind of on top on the post, but that's how it should be from there. So I'm gonna go to the other side. So that's the other side now, and as I get the measurement with the combination square, I'm gonna position again under the timber, and that there, here, this one is my mark where my hinge is on the other side, and I want the water to fall that way. I need to drop this line slightly down, let's say 10 millimeter. I think it's about 1 millimeter per meter, but I'm gonna do it 10 millimeter down, so the drop of the water comes to that way. So I'm gonna install my hinge about here. So that was the first line. That's the bottom line. As I said, we need to go 10 millimeter down, and my hinge is going to be installed on the bottom line, and then I know I have a fall over 10 millimeter. Once the brackets been installed, this was my previous line on the other side. That's where my hinge, the bottom of the bracket is from the other side, and I made a drop, so that went slightly down. That's 12 millimeter drop from the other side to this side. Then once the hinge from the bracket from the other side and here this side is installed, I've run a straight line, and that's my guide where the other brackets needs to go. And the distance from this bracket to the other bracket there, it's 5.8 meter, and I want my brackets to be equal, so I'm gonna install them every 60 centimeter. Right, for installing the brackets I'm gonna be using my drill and this extension, so it reaches nicely to the screws. And the screws I'm gonna be using is, I don't know, maybe 30 millimeter long when it fits. I think it's goes about 20, maybe 25 millimeter into the timber. And I'm using, because it's quite awkward place due to the wall, to install it I cannot really hold the bracket, the screw and the drill, so I have this magnetic holder. It's Makita, probably costs 4 or 5 pounds. You put the screw in front of the bit and you can see how the magnet pulls the screw, and this holds it in place really securely. Okay, right, all the brackets have been installed, and that's why you need to have a string line to help us leveling everything. And it's very important when we're installing our brackets, they don't lift the line up. They need to stay really, just slightly touches, when you put in the bracket, just slightly touches the string line. I've not secured my connection yet, because that will be done somewhere between these two brackets where the 3-meter pipe will connect. On one side of the gutter we need to have this, I think it's called stop end, which goes, the gutter goes inside between these clips. Need to make sure the rubber seal is nicely intact, otherwise we're gonna get leaks. Right, the first gutter is in, and the second one, it's in as well. Somewhere there we're gonna cut it later on, but now we have to work on the connection on here. Alright guys, once both pieces of gutter has been installed, this is to adjust the gap, the expansion gap. Now it's time to start to work on the downpipe, and I'm gonna be using this for the downpipe. We need to measure where we need to cut the gutter, that gutter there, where we need to cut it. So the downpipe, sorry, goes down that post. How I do with the downpipe, I just have an offcut of a downpipe, and that's the clips which we're gonna attach to the post, and I just put the clips on, and I use a zip tie so they hold them in place, and I'm gonna put this next to the post. Alright, the offcut for a downpipe, it's supported to the timber with that clamp, and this which will connect to the downpipe. It's installed on the gutter. It's in line with the expansion gap. Now, because my gutter is a bit longer than online, I have to cut the gutter a bit, and to find out how much is, I need to cut it. I need to measure from that bit there to the downpipe, which is about 30 millimeter or 3 centimeter, and that should come in line with that bit. Alright, once the 30 millimeter pipe was cut, now we're in line. Here, the other side, the gutter is on the expansion line as well. Now we have to fill that gap here. As you can see, we have a gap, and to do that we need to measure the distance from here to here. That's what we're gonna need. Small offcut, which is about 5.5 centimeter or 55 millimeter. All right. To cut the gutter, I'm using this miter box, and I just put the pipe inside and cut it on here, but they're not too good because you have kind of play inside if the blade is not thick enough to fill that gap, and you don't end up with really nice square cut. If it were, now it's around 7 p.m. I don't want to be using power tools, and that's why I'm using this one. But if it were daytime, more like early, I'll be using the chop saw and job done in a few seconds. Alright, there is the 55 millimeter what we cut, the bit now fills the gap. It's nice and secure, and still we have the offcut. Our gutter is looking like that, and this one is, this aluminium F section is a bit of a on the way. It's like kind of pushing my gutter down slightly, but we'll see. I might drop the clip a bit down, that clip down, or just to cut slightly here, so the gutter will go up a bit. It's not a big issue. Now I need to work on that downpipe, because this is just temporary offcut, so we need to connect from there to bring it to here down. Right, I currently have the downpipe on 2 pieces of timber, just to keep it slightly off the floor, and here on top I line it with the offcut, and we need to cut it about here in line with that cut. That's where we need to cut it. Alright guys, that's it for now. At the moment I'm gonna leave it like that. In future I'm gonna correct it from about there to that area there, or the the water from the roof is gonna go inside that area. And for me it's still left to put the screws to connect the clips, but it's gonna be raining tomorrow again, and that's why I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And again, thanks for watching. I hope you found something helpful, and good luck with your gutter. Bye.